Another sleepless night. Good morning, New York.
Good morning. Vale, segundo. Bueno, partida guardada. Importante. Quieto. Planos estos. Oh, puerta arreglada.
Hello, Mrs. Oswald.
Good morning, Mr. Wright.
Good morning. Well, how are you?
Say good morning to Mr. Wright, Tommy.
Morning, sir.
It's a little better this morning, but we had a pretty restless night. Tommy had bad dreams. I already called our lawyer. He promised to investigate the authorities.
I can see. Central Services repaired your door already, huh?
The lock still needs to be adjusted. You know what those people from Central Services are like.
Well, I would like to be some kind of help. If you'll let me, that is. Nobody disappears just like that.
Do you have that much time? I don't want you to get into any trouble.
Oh no, don't worry. It'll be okay. I only have to show up briefly at the agency later. Otherwise my boss will be all over me. But fortunately our campaign is not starting for another 2 weeks. I'll try to get a few days off. I'll check on you later.
That's really nice of you.
Can I ask you some other things? Maybe we can find your husband much faster then.
Yeah, sure. Just go ahead and ask.
What line of work is your husband in?
He was an online journalist. I mean, he is an online journalist. Oh, God, I'm at my wit's end.
I can imagine that. Because this incident yesterday scared the heck out of me, too. But I'm sure we can sort everything out pretty soon. Probably they got some data mixed up. Something like that happens at our agency all the time. I'm sure we'll find your husband before you even know he was gone. Or what was he working on most recently?
He didn't talk much in the past few weeks. I'm not exactly sure. He seemed to be worried, but I have no idea what he was really up to.
That could be a lead.
You mean his arrest had something to do with his work?
It's possible. We'll find out. How can I reach his office?
He's a freelancer, Mr. Wright. He works for several papers.
Does that mean he investigates and writes everything as a freelancer? And then sells his completed stories to the e-papers?
Exactly.
Or what was he working on most recently?
He didn't talk much in the past few weeks. He seemed to be worried, but...
That could be a lead.
You mean his arrest had something to...
It's possible. How can I reach his office?
He's a...
Does that...
Exactly.
Perdón. Podrían marcar en gris o algo, como si estuviera dicho.
May I ask you one more thing? Do you have a recent picture of him that I could have?
Nothing recent. Graham doesn't like to be photographed, not even at family gatherings. I believe Tommy has the only relatively recent picture of him.
Can I see it?
Oh, you can't really recognize him on it. He gave the photo to Tommy because he thought he looked so cool in it.
He does look cool, Mom.
May I ask you one more thing?
Vale, no, se ponen en amarillas si las hemos dicho.
Would it be okay if I talked to Tommy for a moment?
You can see that he's very down. This whole thing is just too much for him. Don't you have kids yourself? I saw a box of toys in the elevator when you moved in.
Yeah. I have a son.
Oh? maybe he and Tommy would like to meet.
Yeah, maybe.
Una foto, que trabaja su marido.
I think I have to get going now. I'll get in touch with you by messenger in case I hear something. Either by messenger or otherwise I'll call you here directly.
Thanks, Mr. Wright.
Hey, Tommy. How you doing?
Hi, sir.
Everything all right with your Teddy?
Yeah.
You're not in the mood to chat, huh? You're missing your dad.
Mr. Wright, I don't think that that's the right...
Are you going to help us so Dad'll come home?
I will try that, yeah. Would you like to tell me a little bit about your dad?
Dad is cool. He works at the computer. He tells everybody if the politicians are dumb guys, you know. He is a journalist.
Yeah, I know. Well, and what are you two up to when he's not working?
Dad takes me fishing and to Virtual Palace. And he always brings back cool presents when he returns.
Was it your dad who gave you the teddy as well?
Yeah, of course. But I was a baby then, like 2 or 3 years old or so. Actually, it's not really cool to have a teddy.
Why would you say that? He's so special to you because you got him from your dad, right?
Mom repaired his eye twice already.
Of course. Such a teddy is a great thing to have. Everybody could use a bear as a friend. My son had one too, and he loved him dearly. Even though he wouldn't admit it very often. His buddies from school made fun of him sometimes, but most of them probably had a little teddy or something like it somewhere as well. Maybe watching over their sleep.
It would be good if grown-ups had a teddy too to watch out for them. Then Dad maybe would be here now.
You might be absolutely right. You and your dad, you been to the Virtual Palace? What do you do there? Virtue skating?
We played Maze Hunter with full body suits.
Maze Hunter? Don't you have to be 10 already to play it? That means you must be a really tough little guy, right? As far as I know, maze hunting requires a whole lot of climbing and jumping, especially if you get past level 1.
I have the 3rd Dan now in Maze Hunter. And Dad says next year I can do level 4.
Wow, that's really good. By the way, did you ever climb a tree? I mean a real one?
Of course in the park. And I'm really good at it too. But now I can't go there alone. Mom says there are too many weird people there.
Tell me all about it. What was the last gift from your dad?
An alien, and nobody else has that one, like the one in Roswell. And he even talks.
Oh, really? Cool. What does he say when he talks?
If you push the left eye, he says something like, ad. And if you push the other eye, he says, nice planet, we'll take that one.
Got that. Somehow that sounds familiar to me. Where did he buy him?
I don't know.
And you said he just bought the alien figure recently?
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Could I maybe borrow this figure for a little bit?
No, better not. What do you want it for anyway?
Well, I thought this figure could help us find your dad.
Toys can't really do that.
Of course not. Toys can't do that. What I meant was, maybe we could ask somebody where the alien was sold. And that could give us a clue what your dad did before he got arrested. That way, we might be able to find him.
No, I don't want to give it to you. What if my alien disappears too?
And if we trade?
Trade? For what?
I have a Mr. Nuke. Do you know him?
Of course, but only one big kid from daycare has one. They only had him at Toy Galaxy for a short time, and then only in gold brownie packages. And we couldn't get one because they sold out very fast. All of them. And I was very sad because we didn't get one. But don't you need him for your kid?
No. Probably not.
Can I see him?
Sure. Just a second. I'll get him. Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Me paso a ver si queda algo más. Nah.
I have to take care of something first, Tommy. Thank you very much. You helped me a lot. See you later.
Lo que está, al menos a mí me gusta, que a lo mejor para otros es quizá un poco putada en el juego este, No hay ningún diario en el que el protagonista tome notas ni nada, ¿no? Hay bastantes ubicaciones, bastantes personajes. Y hay que estar siempre muy pendiente de lo que se dice. También ser bastante observadores con todo lo que se pueda. Porque como pierdas el hilo, te pasas el rato dando vueltas sin saber qué estás haciendo exactamente. A ver dónde está el juguete este, que no me acuerdo. Quieto ahí. No. Ajá. Esto no lo miraré otra vez. Juguete de acción.
Come on, superhero. I think somebody needs you.
Ajá.
Hello, Mrs. Oswald. Here, Tommy, look. Say hi to Mr. Nuke. I found him in the drawer where Patrick's toys are. You like him?
Yeah, sure.
Listen, let's make a deal. Just between us guys. You let me borrow your alien figure, and I'll leave Mr. Nuke with you instead. As a pawn. What do you say?
Do I get him back when I want to play with him?
Course, anytime. Scout's honor.
Can I, Mom? Please?
Of course, Tommy.
Super. Wait here, sir.
Okay. Treat him really good. Okay, now I'm gonna check how your alien figure can help me too.
Bye, mister. Mom, can I play in my room now?
Okay, I'll make you some french fries later.
What a nice kid.
Me apetece
It's
también.
not easy for him. The shock will come later.
Better I'll leave now so you can be alone for a while. If I have any news, I'll call you.
Thanks a lot.
Bueno, creo que tampoco podíamos observar nada aquí. O hacer nada en particular. Ni idea.
It's me again. I think I have to get going now. I will get in touch with you by messenger in case...
Thanks, Mr.
Creo que me llevaba una foto, no estoy seguro ahora. Ya, no puedo ir. Bueno, un segundo. Voy a hablar con la mujer a ver si hay algo nuevo con esto de la foto. Vale, si queremos la foto tenemos que preguntar antes por ella y no por lo de, bueno, su padre y el juguete del marciano y todo eso. No recuerdo que sea esencial, pero bueno.
About your dad's picture.
Es
Can
que
I
hacía
have
mucho
it?
tiempo.
I don't want to keep it forever. Just until we find your dad. Can you get it for me?
It is in my backpack. It's my favorite picture. Here. You'd better not break it.
I'll take very good care of it. Your dad didn't tell you by any chance where this photo was taken?
He said it's a secret. Nobody is allowed to know.
Uh-huh. And why was nobody supposed to know this? Did he say that too?
Dad wanted it to be a surprise.
A surprise? Uh-huh. Your dad is a pretty mysterious man.
Ya veis ahí. Eso, no sé por qué. El niño después se va cuando le acabamos de dar lo del marciano y ya no aparece la opción de volver a preguntar por la foto. Si ya empezamos a hablar por el marciano, vamos a por el juguete que tenemos nosotros y hacemos el intercambio, ya no aparece. Y luego ya el niño se va a su habitación, así que si queremos la foto tiene que ser lo primero por lo que tenemos que preguntar, pero quizá no recuerdo ahora si es muy esencial o no, imagino que no, ya que no, si nos lo saltamos pues no hay opción. Y bueno, ahora nos situaremos tal y como estábamos. Bueno, pues ya estaríamos. Lo de la foto, sí, no sé, a lo mejor volviendo después, si es que hiciera falta, de verdad que ahora no lo recuerdo. Quizá la encontráis por ahí o vuelve a estar el niño allí y podéis preguntarle, no lo sé. Yo es que tengo la sensación de que pillaba la foto, no sé si por aquí, pero no que me la diera el niño en sí. Pero a lo mejor me equivoco o me confundo con otro juego, a saber. Bueno, ya vamos a largarnos de aquí. Si me acuerdo cómo se larga uno de aquí. No. Vale.
That must be the old floor toilet. I don't have the key. The super told me that they shut it down quite some time ago. Apparently there was some problem with the ventilation. Something about exhaustion fumes from the subway. Locked.
Lock. ...40 plantas, toco vaya.
Another brand new day. At least it stopped raining.
Well, who do we have here? Hi, Peter. Beautiful day, isn't it? Everything okay with you?
Yeah, well, I'm doing alright.
Come on, Peter. You can't ruin every day for me. What the hell is going on with you?
It's really nothing. I'm just a little bit overworked.
Overworked? You look more like you're lovesick. Or an ulcer. Or both.
Something like that.
And how's it coming on in your apartment? You like it? Have you finished furnishing it?
Yeah, of course. It's totally cozy.
You know what, Peter? Starting today, I'm not gonna sell you any more whiskey. Your answers are getting shorter all the time. I think your speech center is suffering.
You're such a nice guy, Bob. It's good to have you around.
Well, that sounds better. You're still not getting anything for free. So, what can I do for you?
Something interesting happening in the world?
Interesting? That depends. If the fusion of tech toys with the genetic creation labs interests you, then yeah.
These two really went ahead with the merger? I thought the World Antitrust Division wouldn't allow it.
Well, that is perhaps the other interesting news. The World Antitrust Division has been reconstructed by means of accelerated proceedings.
Restructured. And that means?
Now, it still only has a consulting function.
That factually means it's been shut down.
Now, don't be so negative again, Peter. Shut down. It has a consultant function. No more, no less. Okay, let's say it's been partly done shut down.
And how'd the Knicks play?
Lost.
Big time?
Very high.
Against the computer?
Against the simulation of the All-Star team from 2040.
Really? Oh my god. They're still programmed according to Delta 3 standard. To lose against these guys is like...
Embarrassing.
Just mathematically, it's pretty much impossible.
142 to 56, Peter.
I think I'm gonna cancel my subscription for the Virtual Palace.
Qué raro, igual que la situación actual, ¿eh?
How long did you stay open last night?
Till 10, as always. Why?
10 o'clock. That sounds about right. Did you see anything unusual round about 10?
Well, the cops were there. Riot squad in full battle gear. I suppose a drug raid. The usual.
They came to my house. The raid was actually on my floor.
Uh-huh. You didn't do anything bad, did you, Peter? Admit it, you don't work for Greenberg and Winter all the time. You deal liquid mine from your apartment. No. Not liquid mine? What do you deal then? Hypershots? Devil sticks? Oh, come on, you can tell me.
Really, Bob, it wasn't that funny yesterday. Not at all. The cops stormed the neighbor's apartment and arrested the father, a journalist. His name is Graham Oswald. Do you know him?
Oh, yeah. The gaunt man with the grey hair. Well, my God. Things like that happen. Maybe he didn't pay his taxes, or parked wrong. Or perhaps it reveals some national secrets.
Okay, I have one more question for you. How long did you...
Why?
Did you...
Well, I suppose a drug raid. Uh-huh. Now,
Really, Bob? The con...
well, maybe...
Vale.
Did you hear or see anything that was unusual?
No, nothing. They stormed the building and came out with some guy. He resisted a lot and yelled something, but I didn't understand it exactly.
He yelled something? Can you please think about it? Maybe you can remember what it was. It could be important.
Tell me, Peter, why does that actually interest you?
It's too long a story to explain it to you right now. Besides, I have to rush over to the agency in a few minutes. Was anybody else in the streets besides you, of course?
Well, I don't think so. Or, wait a minute. These two young guys, yeah, they were there.
Two young guys? What did they do?
They plastered the posters over the telescreen again. Alien Attack Club.
Onto that public telescreen that's down the street?
Exactly, Peter. Smack dab in the middle of your expensive advertising displays.
Well, they're pretty bold. Just a second, Bob. I'm going to take a look at that. But I don't see any posters there anymore.
No, I know. Early this morning, there was a car from the Central Services there. They removed them again. They were also in your house.
Yeah, right. There was a door to repair. What's all the fuss about this alien attack club anyway?
No idea. Crazy stuff.
In what direction did the cops drive off?
Downtown, as always. Over there down the street, over the Brooklyn Bridge.
Okay. I have one more question for you. I gotta run, Bob. See you later.
Okay.
Seremos el marciano.
I got this alien figure from Mr. Oswald's son. He said his father bought it for him. What do you think? Where could I possibly buy an alien like that around here?
Ugh! What is that disgusting thing? No wonder it's rare. You can't buy anything like that anywhere. At least I hope not. By the way, this one looks just like those creatures on the posters.
You mean these posters about the alien attack club?
Exactly. On the other hand, I bet aliens have looked like that since the 80s in the last century.
I think I'll give these alien fans a call anyway. Maybe they can tell me more about the figure.
There was something about Essex Street on the posters, but I'd be careful. That's on Lower East Side.
However, I have to stop by the agency first anyway.
Voy a guardar. Bueno. Pues eso, nuestra pista es el marciano este.
That's the doll Tommy Oswald gave me. An unbelievably ugly alien. Wonder where his father dug that one out.
Juguete raro. Averiguar de dónde lo ha sacado. Y parece que la imagen es semejante al de estos pósters. Que no sé dónde está, pero se supone que lo ha visto. Bueno. Y habrá que visitar este club de aliens, pero más adelante.
During the day, the park's quite safe. Sometimes some freaks are hanging out here. But at least you don't have to fear for your life.
You are alone, lost in chaos, shipwrecked, drowning in the roar of a sinking world.
Bien. Chiflado. raros.
There are birds, steel birds. They're falling from the sky like vultures. They rip out your thoughts until no more can arise in their place. And you, sleeping, buying, eating, and you live and die, and it makes no difference. You are alone, lost in chaos, shipwrecked, drowning in the roar of a sinking world.
What the hell is this?
Nobody is close to you because he is close to you, and he...
Obviously, he's mostly living on coke and fortune cookies.
In the heavens, in the stars above you, there are huge violet machines orbiting.
I think I could use this wire.
Alambre.
The spirit of the world is dead. Creation...
What a slum. My father used to tell me, even if you think you're having a hard time, there will always be someone else who's having an even worse time. Right now, I'm not so sure if he was actually right, but this here really looks depressing.
Ooh.
He sees you, he hears you, he sees through you.
Oh, man. What weird stuff he's blabbering. What the heck is that supposed to mean?
And you too will feel his wrath.
Who? Me?
You
I don't think he's talking to me.
You will get too close to him, and he will destroy you.
What a nutcase. If it wasn't so sad.
Just as he destroyed me.
Yeah, well, you're damn right with that one.
And just as he destroyed the one you loved.
What was that?
You heard right.
He's not talking about me.
Oh, yeah, I mean you. He knows you, and he'll take your mind just as he took your beloved ones.
What are you talking about? Cut it out, you idiot. There are things you just don't make fun of. And...
Are you afraid? You'll be even more afraid. A gift will come to you. The steel birds are staring at you with their dead, red eyes. And you will live as one among the dead.
What the...
You are lost!
So, that's enough now. You're totally nuts. Crazy. I better be going now. Spooky. I'm not gonna listen to that again.
Sí, está.
Wow. That guy is totally nuts. Somehow scary as well.
Ush. ¿Dónde vas, tío? Vale.
Hello? Hello!
Hey, what's up, brother?
There you go. I almost thought you're planning on ignoring me completely.
Sorry, brother. Sorry, but I really didn't notice you there. Is there anything I can help you with? And, do you have anything to smoke, man?
Unfortunately, no. I'm sorry. How can you possibly stand it here?
What do you mean, man? This is a beautiful park. The grass smells like grass, and the weather's really so fine.
What I mean is, how can you bear to live next to this freak over there?
What, man? Sorry, but you have to speak up some.
The guru! Don't tell me his crazy speeches don't get on your nerves as well.
Ah, him. Nah, he doesn't bother me one bit, brother. I don't hear him at all.
But you're not playing that loud. What do you mean you don't hear him? Are you deaf? He's screaming loud enough to wake the dead. I, for one, could hear him when I entered the park.
Yeah, man, exactly.
What do you mean with exactly?
I'm deaf. I don't hear him at all.
Oh, very sorry about that.
Hey, you don't have to be sorry. Beethoven was deaf too, and he was totally groovy.
And you can understand me just the same?
Yeah, of course, man. I'm reading your lips.
You're deaf? And you still play the guitar?
Of course, man. I can feel the guitar, you get it? It's like being high. The feeling is totally mine.
That makes sense.
Hey, what's up, brother? You look totally frustrated. Your face is all cramped up. Did something rub you wrong? You should smoke something or learn to play guitar. I could teach you.
That sounds really tempting. But I think this park is too much for me. Maybe you don't hear the guru, but I do.
Yeah, I know. Quite an advantage that I'm deaf, isn't it? I'm pretty lucky, aren't I?
That's not how I meant it. What I meant was...
Man, that was just a joke. You're totally tensed out, huh? You really gotta smoke some, man. Seriously. By the way, do you have anything on you?
Can I ask you something else? The guru. What kind of a guy is he? Do you know him?
Yeah, well, we fought over the bench a couple of times. Otherwise, we just avoid each other. He wasn't always like that. Poor guy.
And what do you know about him?
Hey, that dude lived really close by here. That's what a friend of mine said. I think he was a physicist or something like that. I don't really know anymore. I was really high, you know what I mean?
A scientist? Him?
Something like that. Maybe a Scientologist. We were high, man. Really high, man.
At any rate, he's totally crazy, that's for sure.
Hey, you never know. Genius and insanity are pretty close to each other. Maybe he understands a lot more than both of us together when we're high. Did I already ask you if you have anything to smoke?
I think so.
Damn, I totally forgot.
What happened to him? How could he get like that?
He was on vacation, I think. Some kind of yuppie space crap, orbital whirlpools and stuff. You know, all that junk you can win on the telescreen quiz shows? He won something, and that's when he went nuts up there. When he came back, he was like he is now.
Does he talk about something else sometime? Other than his apocalypse theories?
No idea, brother. He's even too high for me. You know what I'm saying?
Can I ask you something else? I gotta go. Take care.
Okay, man. Take some weed with you next time.
Perdonad que estoy griposo, ¿eh? No sé si habrá algo nuevo. Lástima que no corra más con Blade Runner cada vez que le das.
Spooky. I'm not gonna listen.
Esa dichosa caja no me acuerdo. No haces nada.
What the hell is this?
Bueno.
Phew. Obviously, he's mostly living on coke and fortune cookies.
Pues vámonos. Creo que Bob decía algo más del gurú este.
Hi, Bob.
Hi, Peter.
Can you spare another minute for me?
Of course.
Ah,
Who is this guy over there in the park? This guru?
Oh, him. He came over to the store about 8 o'clock and wanted to dump his magazine off on me. He seems to have set himself up in the park.
His magazine? He's making a magazine? Unbelievable. What's it about?
Crazy stuff, of course. He probably writes it himself. Brainwashing, attacks from UFOs. Well, you know, the whole paranoid trip.
Poor bastard. One day they'll come and pick him up.
Maybe it'd be better for him.
But he can definitely scare the heck out of you. But he's probably just a poor devil who's down on his luck.
We all have bad luck sometime. My mother-in-law, for example, is a nightmare. That's what I call bad luck. And? Do I take that as an excuse to sell crazy magazines to people or babble nonsense to myself in the park?
I don't know. The stuff he's babbling? It sounds to me somewhat disquieting. I gotta run, Bob. See you later.
Okay.
Bien. Y bueno, aquí tenemos estos satcar, que son como taxis, que nos llevarán a distintos lugares de la ciudad. Por ahora lo que haremos será ir al trabajo de Peter.
The SAT car is available.
Ah, vale, coño. Josh. Su botón, pero... centro de Manhattan. Where is it?